I see the brain, at least the human brain, as a receptacle for culture. I think there's a tendency in contemporary brain science to think of the brain as something that's relatively fixed. But the more we learn about plasticity and the more we learn from the social sciences about human variability, the more we need to recognize that the great interest of the human brain is its capacity to learn. And I think if we don't view the brain as a learning machine, we'll fail to understand the most interesting features of human behavior. I am a compulsive doodler. In addition to my academic interests, I love art, both producing art and looking at art. So for me, when I'm sitting at an academic lecture, there's nothing I enjoy more than producing pictures. I tend to draw heads, human heads with things happening to them, human heads with things coming out of them, things on top of them, various things that molest or interfere with ordinary, calm activity. For me, that is an artistic representation of my research interest, which is how the mind works. In my work, I approach the brain from different levels. Some of my work concerns the microcircuits of human consciousness. How does the brain give rise to experience of colors, to the smells of the cuisine we eat? But at another scale, I'm interested in the impact of culture on the brain. So how does having a brain of the kind that we have allow us to learn the customs and the values of our culture? I think thinking, emotion, even perception is shaped by our cultural environment, and the brain is what makes that possible. Our Einstein project here at Humboldt-University at the School of Mind and Brain brings together a group of international researchers to study 3 topics: consciousness, emotion, and value. These are core aspects of human life, and for us, we're interested in how they come together. For example, the study of aesthetic responses includes perceptual consciousness, it includes emotional responses to art, and it includes the evaluation of artworks as good and bad. With the Einstein project, we have 2 main goals. One is really to change research practices in the sciences and the humanities. Today, topics like emotion, consciousness, and value rank among the most popular areas of research, but too often they're pursued by people in individual fields without communication, and too often the 3 areas of interest are studied independently of each other. So we're really trying to encourage people to come together, both in their disciplinary methodologies, but also to bring these 3 domains of consciousness and emotion and value into a single conversation. My other main goal with the Einstein project is to foster international collaboration, both within our European research group, but also between the United States and Germany. My team in Germany and my team in New York are really interested in many of the same questions. To bring those talent pools together for a long-term and enduring collaboration would be the most gratifying outcome of this project. My attraction to Humboldt-University was driven entirely by the realization that the School of Mind and Brain is nearly a unique offering across the world's higher education institutions. To bring neuroscience together with philosophy in a meaningful way, to train students in both equally, is really something that isn't being practiced elsewhere. For me, it represents everything I believe in terms of methodology. It's precisely what I've been trying to do and cultivate in my students, but we don't have the institutional backing to make that happen. Coming to Berlin to be able to do that at Humboldt has been an enormously exciting opportunity. Outside of my academic interests in philosophy, neuroscience, and psychology, my biggest passion is art. And for me, Berlin has the great attraction of being one of the art capitals of the world. And it's a welcoming city where people can come from anywhere and find a home and find roots here. So to be able to live in a city where there are pop-up galleries, where there are new exhibitions showing the work of young starting artists instead of those who are already established, makes it one of the most vibrant places to explore as a lover of the arts. The Einstein Foundation has been an extraordinarily generous and helpful resource for conducting our research. But more than that, they have really encouraged us to pursue our interests as they develop. That is to say, they don't interfere with our ideas, but give us free rein. The Academy, too often, because of curricular needs, forces researchers into fairly narrow channels. To be able to integrate our interest in art, our interest in morality, our interest in conscious experience, our interest in emotions into a single set of projects would be quite difficult using the resources and structure of the standard university. Einstein creates a university within the university that crosses disciplinary boundaries, introduces new topics, and brings researchers from all over the world into a single conversation.